So this is a case study of Dian, who's 14 years old. He's been having some lessons for the last 5 months. He came to see me at the beginning of this year, and he came to see me because he was a little confused and not seeing the rewards for the amount of effort he was putting in. He's a really nice ball striker, but if we look at a couple of the fundamentals issues that he had, one, you'll see that he's, if I take an alignment of his shaft of this club, he's a little too close to the ball. Two, he's got his weight quite a lot on his toes, which inhibits his rotation. If I put a line here, you'll see that when he takes the club away, he's got the club going back very much inside that plane line. He gets the club around behind him, gets very flat and laid off at the top. Okay. Now most golfers would struggle to get the ball back or the club back to the ball from there, but he's got some talent, this youngster. So when he brings the club in, you can see he kind of lays the club even further back behind him. But now he runs into problems because now he's coming way away from the inside. This is something that we see, a fault we see only with much, much better players. But what you can see here is he gets a little jammed up here. His elbow gets stuck. He's approaching way from the inside. And it's very, very hard for him not to flip the club occasionally and get the left shot and the block shot. So those are the issues we saw with Dian. And over a couple of lessons, on his short lessons in particular, we said, okay, let's see if we can get that to change. So through impact, through lockdown, we've been working a little bit. He's been hitting balls in the garden. And you can see now that he's got a little bit better routine. You'll see now when he sets up that his club is pointing at his belt buckle. He's not too close anymore. He's got his balance right. His weight's a little bit more in the middle of his feet. When he takes the club back now, he's got a little forward press and a takeaway that he's working on that allows him to take the club straight back. So the club doesn't go inside anymore. And when he swings, he can keep the club in front of him and get the club on plane. A little bit steeper angle, much, much better. Now when he brings the club down to the ball, he's got a lot more space, doesn't get stuck on the inside. See, his elbow's got a lot more space here, which allows him to rotate properly through impact without having to flip the club. So if we look at the difference from here to where he was, you can see the improvement's quite dramatic. So with good players when they're young, it's really essential to get coaching so that they understand what they're trying to do. The problem we're going to have with Dian would be if he hadn't come for lessons, and when he starts to bulk up over the next couple of years, this poor technique would catch up with him and we might lose him as an elite player. So I'm glad he came to see me. He's making great progress and I can't wait to see how he progresses for the end of the year. I hope that makes a bit of sense. If you need help with your game, please give us a shout.